Welcome back. We are continuing our journey through the College Board question bank. We are doing linear equations in two variables, chugging along, trying to keep up with the release of things. If you see any questions in the question bank that you'd like to specifically go through, or any concepts that you have questions on and just haven't been able to figure out, please do like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I will be happy to create a video response. You can always join me when I'm streaming live on Twitch at Almost Incognito on Twitch and YouTube, and shoot me a message, and I'll be happy to create a video if I'm not live. But anyway, let's just dive right into it. We're doing linear functions. We've got here question number 31 in this series. We got C210 in the question bank. They've got a scatter plot here. Jump to the end of these paragraph questions. Don't try to read every word of it unless you absolutely have to. The price of each wallflower is the same, and the price of each cornflower is the same. Cool. So they're telling us that the pricing here is fixed. This is very similar to a question we had in the last video. What is the price in dollars of one cornflower? All right. So we are going to create probably a system of equations using two of these coordinate points because this is a linear function. We could pick a coordinate point here like 4, 9, and just say 4c plus 9w equals 24. They tell us in the question here that they're spending $24 on exactly two of the types. So any coordinate pair will sum up to 24, where c and w represent the price of each of these things. I'm going to pick another coordinate point. Let's say 8, 6. 8c plus 6w also equals 24. Now we could plot this in Desmos if you want. I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's go ahead and pull up our Desmos calculator here. And our equations were, again, 4c. We're going to use x and y. 9w w equals 24. 8x plus 6y equals 24. And plotting that in Desmos gives us the answer right away. We got 1.5 comma 2 right there. So hide that. So what is the price of one cornflower? Remember, c was our x coordinate, so that would be 1.5. If you were to do this algebraically, if you didn't have access to Desmos for some reason, which you should because the SAT is providing it to you, or let's say you're doing this on an ACT or in your math in school. If you wanted to do this algebraically, to find the value of c, we need to cancel the w's out. We could do that pretty simply. Multiply to the nearest common multiple. 9 and 6 share a common multiple of 18, so we're going to multiply that by 2 and that by 3. We're going to get 8c plus 18w plus 48, or equals 48. And then we're going to get 24c plus 18w equals 72. I'm going to subtract going up because I don't like negatives. We're going to get 16c equals, what's that going to be? 24. And of course, c equals 1.5 again, doing it algebraically. Moving right along. I got another standard form for question 32. This is code 8CBF. Standard form. 7x plus 2y equals negative 31. X-intercept is given at A, y-intercept at B. They don't really tell us anything there. What is the value of B over A? Okay, so kind of unusual ask from the question here. If you were following along in previous videos, you know that in this format of standard form, 7x plus 2y equals negative 31. The slope is going to be negative 7 over 2, and the y-intercept is going to be negative 31 over 2. So the y-intercept, that's our b value here. We've got the slope, negative 7 halves over 2 and all that, but we don't even really need that. They want a when y is 0, so we could just plug in 0 for that, and we get 7x equals negative 31. And of course, the x-intercept is negative, or the, x-intercept is negative 31 over 7. And then they want us to relate this as b over a. So negative 31 over 2 over negative 31 over 7. Whenever you divide by a fraction, you can instead multiply by its reciprocal. So negative 31 over 2 times 7 over negative 31. Cancel those guys out, and we get 7 halves. If you know a shortcut on that, you can, of course, apply it. Drop a comment down below if you know any kind of secret shortcuts, but the answer there is going to be C. 33, code 2900C3. Another linear function, creating a linear equation, and no shifts on it. As you saw in the previous question, we can take any xy coordinate point and the values should, of course, land on the line. You could just plug and check on this. It's fine. The y-intercept, of course, is 40. We don't see any, like A and C in slope-intercept form do not have the appropriate y-intercept, so get rid of those. The x-intercept is 60, and just like we saw in the other question in standard form, the slope is negative a over b, and the y-intercept is c over b. So I could do 480 divided by 12 or 480 divided by 8, and if that's equal to 40, that's our answer. So that's exactly what I'm doing in my other screen here. 480 divided by 12 is 40, so I know that B is the correct answer here. Because, again, in that format, ax plus by equals c. The y-intercept is equal to c divided by b. So identifying that on the graph, setting that condition first, and making sure that I apply the definition. Here, this should be question 34. I feel like I've done extra here. Nah, just talked a lot. All right, 34, code 75B7. Answer choices again, linear functions in standard form. We got 60% filler, 40% filler. Total is 240 pounds. So is it B or D? Because percentage, of course, needs to be written as a decimal sometimes. Together, the fertilizers, 240 pounds. Okay, so these percent questions, usually you're going to have the percent of A plus the percent of B equals the percent of A plus B. And this is going to be like distinct percentages. So because this 240 has no other modification to it, I'm thinking this is going to be like 100% of the total. So I'm thinking this is going to be B, but I'm going to think just a little bit harder about it before continuing on. Think about unit rate type stuff, like miles per hour, meters per second. Earlier we had cups per jar as a unit rate. Here we have percent per pound. Yeah, if X is the number of pounds, percent of X pounds, percent of Y pounds equals pounds. Yeah, I think I'm comfortable with that. 35. Last one for this clip, and probably last one for the day. 7FE2. Okay, standard form again. Interpretation of 24 in this context. 4 binders, X cost, 3 notebooks, Y cost. So the 24 should be the total cost. So if Mm. So 4 binders, X dollars per binder. Yeah, the binders cancel off and you get dollars. 3 notebooks at Y dollars per notebook. That cancels off, so 24 is the total dollars. Total cost in dollars for all binders, all notebooks, all binders and notebooks. So it's got to be C. All right, let's check our work. Okay, going back to question 31, code 210, 1.5. Excellent. 32. Uh-oh. Oh, did I just write the... Yeah, I just wrote the wrong letter. Obviously, 7 halves is what we calculated. Answer I wrote down is not 7 halves, but 2 sevenths. So obviously, correct answer is D. I've seen so many people do that, and I make that mistake myself sometimes. I just write the wrong letter, even though I did all the calculations correctly. Correct answer is B for that one. 34, 75B7. Correct answer B. And of course, 7FE2. Correct answer C. All right. That's all I'm going to do today. I'll get these posted to YouTube. Thank you for watching along if you were with me on Twitch. Leave a like and a subscribe. Leave a comment in the chat. Let me know what questions you would like to see next, if there's any specific questions that have been challenging you. And as always, make sure that you're surveying and questioning your work, and read, cover, recite, and check as you're memorizing things. These are the best ways to make sure that you are able to quickly recall what it is that you're supposed to do for each question. Catch you on the next one. Thank you.